Welcome back to Scruffy Tales. I'm Scruffy, and this is the War Zone. And we're gonna take a look at how Norwegian weapons are helping Ukraine to defeat Russia. And hopefully we will be able to upset, annoy, and piss off some Russian trolls in the process. Let's get into it. And yes, Norway has pledged Ukraine F-16 fighter jets, as many as 22 in total. And this is kind of important because we have 19 from Denmark and we have 42 F-16s from the Netherlands if everything goes according to plan. So in total, if Ukraine eventually receives all of these fighters, they will have 83 F-16s. And that is a number that will allow Ukraine to contest and contend and possibly secure the airspace over Ukraine. Sure, they will still have to be very careful dealing with Russian SAMs, surface-to-air missiles, but they will have enough aircraft, enough missiles to effectively remove the Russian Air Force from Ukraine. So if all of these aircraft reach Ukraine, we will see a massive change in the air war over Ukraine. No doubts about it. And Norway will do their part in providing Ukraine with 22 F-16 fighter jets. And you may have heard that various countries have provided Ukraine with NASAM surface-to-air missiles or surface-to-air missile systems. And NASAM stands for Norwegian Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System. And what the Norwegians did was take the classic AMRAAM air-to-air missiles and tweak it a bit so that they could be ground launched. So that is what the NASAM is. It is a way to fire AMRAAM air-to-air missiles from the ground at air targets. And this is a Norwegian invention. The AMRAAM is of course American made, but the entire ground launching thing, the Norwegians came up with that. And Norway has provided Ukraine with 4 of these systems, helping Ukraine to keep the skies clear as best as possible. And in the same vein, we have the IRIS-T system, and Norway has provided Ukraine with a bunch of IRIS-Ts. IRIS-T is a German-made air-to-air missile that has been tweaked so that it can be ground launched as well. And in this image, we see a Swedish bandvagn carrying IRIS-T around to launch at air targets. So Norway has provided Ukraine with a bunch of systems to allow Ukraine to launch air-to-air missiles from the ground at air targets. And Norway has also provided Ukraine with 11 M270 MLRS multiple rocket launcher systems, and basically tracked vehicles that carry around a bunch of rockets that can be launched over great distances. So 11 of these have been provided to Ukraine. And Norway has also handed over 23 M109s, self-propelled guns, artillery pieces, howitzers, very important for the war effort down in Ukraine. They need artillery. Artillery is responsible for something like 80% of all casualties. So tanks, they're fine. Fighter jets, awesome. But what Ukraine needs, it's artillery, and they need artillery ammunition. And Norway is fully engaged in providing as much artillery ammunition for Ukraine as possible. And together with Denmark, Norway is funding the purchase of up to 16, I believe, Susanna self-propelled guns. So even more artillery to be shipped down to Ukraine. Norway has also provided Ukraine with 8 Leopard 2A4 main battle tanks. Not the most advanced version on the market, but they are still miles more effective than anything Russia can field. So 8 tanks, that's a massive force multiplier, no matter how you twist and turn it. And Ukraine, as we know, have put these vehicles to good use. Ukraine has also received from Norway 100 Mistral 2 short-range air defense missile systems, French in origin. And what's nifty about these, they are heat-seeking, but they have built-in systems that allows the missiles and the system to ignore flares that usually deal with incoming heat-seeking missiles. So very potent weapon system, French in origin, but provided 100, as I said, by Norway to Ukraine. Norway has also given Ukraine a bunch of coast defense Hellfire missiles. Now, basically, the Swedish RBS-17. The RBS-17 is essentially a Hellfire missile, anti-tank guided missile that Saab has tweaked a bit so that it can be used against ships instead, relying on, as we can see in the image, a launch platform that can be carried and set up by 2, 3 guys. Norway has also provided Ukraine with 3 Arthur systems. Arthur stands for Artillery Hunting Radar, and this is a radar system that was designed and produced in cooperation between Sweden and Norway. And what this is, counter battery radar. Essentially, you use this radar system to locate artillery rounds that are flying through the air, and then you rely on a computer to figure out. You basically backtrack where these artillery shells came from by calculating the trajectory and speed and what have you to find out where the artillery piece that fired them is located. And then you can forward that information to your own artillery so that they can in turn engage the enemy artillery that you have located by relying on this radar system that is finding, tracking, and keeping an eye on enemy artillery shells flying through the air. And now what I assume is the pride of Norway, the Black Hornet drone. And as you can see, that is a tiny, 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 tiny helicopter. That is remotely operated by a soldier. And what you do with these is you send them ahead of the squad or the platoon. And so you can use these tiny drones to scout out the building, scout a trench line, find out what's behind a hill or behind trees, bushes, and what have you, without exposing your own troops to enemy fire. So you essentially rely on these tiny drones to avoid walking into ambushes or trying to sneakily find the enemy location so you can then in turn properly plan your assault as you're moving in on the objective. So this is a Norwegian invention, and if I'm not entirely mistaken, the technology is actually based on toys, toy helicopters sold to kids back in the 80s and 90s, and then someone figured out, how about we take those toys and put a camera on it and provide it to troops so that soldiers can scout ahead and avoid walking into ambushes. So there you have it, the Black Hornet, the pride of the Norwegian army. And Norway has also given Ukraine some 4,000 or 5,000 M72 light anti-tank weapons. These classic anti-tank weapons that you've seen in every Hollywood movie, where they pull out the back end and then you can launch it from the shoulder. It's not the most powerful anti-tank weapon. It's old. It's not as powerful as the AT4, which is made in Sweden. And but if you have a light-skinned APC up ahead, why not take it out with the law? It's better than nothing. So Ukraine, they really need even these lighter anti-armor weapons. Let's face it, they need everything they can get their hands on. So yes, 4,000 or 5,000 of these have been given to Ukraine by Norway. And Norway has also provided Ukraine with 160 Hellfire anti-tank missiles that you can launch from drones, you can launch them from fighters, you can launch them perhaps most famously from attack helicopters. Um, and these are very potent anti-tank missiles. If they hit, they will destroy a Russian tank, no doubt about it, and will send those turrets flying. And Norway has given Ukraine 160 of these. A bit unclear how they're intended to be used. The point is to mount them on aircraft or helicopters, or what the idea is. But if Ukraine has a means of launching these, they will wreak havoc on Russian tanks. Of that, I'm certain. And that's all I have for you this time around. A bunch of weapon systems that Norway has provided Ukraine with. Very important weapon systems, especially F-16s, artillery and what have you. And so thank you, Norway, for doing your part and helping Ukraine. And well, I hope you enjoyed that list, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.